Alright, this is the absolute zero experiment using the pressure bulb that is also measuring the temperature. And so I have ice water in here, and I'm aiming for actually 2 degrees. I had that a moment ago, and it looks like at 2 degrees I have a rounded 94 kilopascals. Okay, I already turned on the heater, so the heater is actually really hot, so I'm going to put that one on there and see what's going to happen as the temperature increases. And by the way, the setup actually was really simple. All I had to do is get the pressure bulb and turn the Pasco Explorer on, plug it in, and then actually it recognized right away that this is that particular experiment. I mean, there are quite a few of such adapters, but notice that right away. Anyway, and the only unknown is how long is it going to take? So, of course, there's ice in here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I scoop the ice out. That should make it a little faster. And then I can also check if this is actually a recording. I think this looks good. You should be able to see the numbers. Okay, let's get some ice out. Just a little bit too much in here. And even if I get some of the cold water out, that's alright. Of course, ice floats, so I'm more likely to get the cold water out. I'm just going to leave it here just in case took out too much. And really all my instructions actually say all you really need is for it to cover the bulb. So I think I'm gonna get some regular water, fill it up just a little bit more, because it's all you need. You just need to cover the ball, the sphere, and let the heater do the rest. Okay, at this point actually unfortunately I went a little bit too far. Okay, I'm going to take a measurement at, I think, 13.5 degrees, and I call it 98 kilopascals. So 13.5, 98 kilopascals, and now I'll let the heater do the work. That, of course, would have to be put onto the Excel sheet. Yeah, the rest actually takes a while here. Alright, now it seems to be taken off. So as I said, my first 2 readings were at 2 degrees Celsius, 94 kilopascals, or 94,000 pascals, and at 13.5 degrees Celsius it was 98,000 pascals. Okay, oh, it looks like I'm going to get a reading here pretty soon. I don't have to take a reading every 10 degrees, but I might as well try. So next one is going to be 20 degrees, and I'm going to have around it, 101,000. Then I guess if it's slightly pulled out, it encounters the ambient air, so that's why it seems like the temperature is going down, obviously. But when I put it back in the water, as the water is heating up here, we can definitely see that the temperature increases. I think it does it actually relatively fast. I want to say it takes probably about a minute to go up 10 degrees. So I'm going to double check my recording here. I might need 2 such recordings. Okay, I'm going to go for the, should be really close to the 30 degrees. So the next reading is going to be 30 degrees, and I'm going to have a rounded $105,500. Doesn't really have to be that super accurate. As you can see, the pressure does increase already in the second digit. So if I catch quite a few of those, I should be all right. Let's see how long it takes to go up to 40. A little more time here. And it looks like I have to start a second recording simply because my camera kind of maxes out around 8 minutes. So here we go. We're going to have a next reading here at 40 degrees very soon. The idea of the whole experiment is to record these pressure and temperature data, and of course that goes up linearly, so it seems, and it does. We can extrapolate backward and go down to 0 pascals and see what temperature that would be, and that's the coldest temperature you can have. So here we go. Here's a reading. Let's call it 109.5 thousand. And then determine absolute zero with that, and then of course should be relatively close to the 0 kelvins respectively, since I'm in Celsius, negative 273 degrees Celsius. So let's see if in this recording I'm actually going to get up to 50 and then start the next recording. As I said, my camera says it only has a few seconds left, so I think I'm going to take a reading here at 48 degrees, and at 48 degrees I have 112,000. Quite didn't make it, but next recording. Alright, looks like I have enough space left on my camera. So here's the second recording. I don't need to take the 50 degrees anymore because I already took the 48. Alright, so my next reading is going to be at 60 degrees Celsius, and I'm going to have a rounded, 116,000 pascals. So it's pretty slick when you have these digital readings here. Of course it went below 60 again because it was partially out of the hot water. And I think the camera films that stuff is already happening here. I actually hope that it recorded all, because I remember, now I remember that, oh, there we go, I'm gonna have a reading coming up. Oh, weird. Why is it not doing anything right now? Am I doing something wrong? I do remember that my camera liked to cut off part of the screen. Okay, here we go. So, my next reading is going to be 70 degrees Celsius. And, yeah, pretty much 120,000. Let's see if this is actually recording. Okay. And so this Pasco measurement apparatus is doing all the work for us, and then once you have the data, after you watch this video, then you plug them into Excel, and then Excel will do all the analysis for you, actually. Okay, this is kind of odd. Why is it going down instead of going up? Just going to fill a little bit more water in. I'm not sure if that's the problem. That, of course, will cool it down, but that's alright. Oh, that helps. That's interesting. That helps, actually. Because it wasn't completely covered, that's why. Oh, wow. Now we're going to be at 80 here very soon. So 80 degrees. I'm going to come up with... well, not quite there. Around it, well, let's call it 121.4. Okay, that's an odd number. That actually throws it off. I don't like that number. Well, that should have been a little closer to 125, not, oh, here we, still not. That's kind of weird. I like all these other numbers. They're kind of like separated by about 4,000 pascals. And the last one gives me fits. Okay, so I'm going to have a reading for 90 degrees soon here, and I think that's where I'm going to quit, because yeah, even that doesn't look good. I'm going to record it, but I bet I would like to use the last two numbers as outliers. They're not going to look good for 80 and 90 degrees. Alright, coming up. So 90 degrees, I'm going to have actually a number that I was expecting for 80 degrees. Okay, here we go. So 90 degrees Celsius, I'm going to have 124.5. 124.5. But as I said, I don't like the last two. I think I'm going to consider them outliers. Alright, that's it, and I only have a few seconds left for my recording anyway.